1.
Let's see. How do we get this started? Yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you.
Too early.
It always will be you. Forever and ever. Eh, Oh, it is too early. Oops.
Way too early for that shit.
Okay. Well, it's better than mortgaging your entire future for DJ Moore.
Well, I'd rather mortgage the
Don't
future
you-
for him than deal with the fact of having Robert Kraft as an owner because, yes, but Robert, it is you. Shut up, father. We don't need you right now.
Or this guy is your quarterback.
As he gets here, he's getting shot at. Sorry, Vic.
Or this guy in an AFC champion. Oh, wait a minute. We're going too far. No, we're not. We
It
haven't
ain't
gone far.
far. It ain't far.
Oh
enough.
my god.
It will never be far enough.
You know what? I got 2 words after that.
And I'll say them for you. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh, yeah! Dig it, baby! Little macho man today. Yeah.
My wife's on a meeting, so I'm trying to keep it to a low roar. And I just heard her say, "My husband's in the other room doing a sportscast, sounding like a crazy person."
Little macho man today. You know the cream always rises to the top.
We got to. We got to. Good morning. Welcome to the somewhat subdued, because my wife's in another meeting, Wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. We are glad to have y'all with us. And yes, I am Batman today. First time I wore this shirt on air in about 2.5 years. This first hour is powered by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. Dear Tom Thibodeau,
You're fired!
Well, I would agree with that, considering what happened last night in the 130 to 121 win. And boy, oh boy, Tyrese Halliburton made himself some history last night.
Tyrese Halliburton, in baseball terms, threw a perfect game.
First ever player with a triple-double and 0 turnovers since turnovers were being statted individually in 77-78.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, but the Pacers shut down the closer known as Jalen Brunson. 2 points and a dime in the fourth quarter. That's all he had.
Tyrese Halliburton, applause to you. But
he either made or assisted on all 8 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm. So, in lieu of applause that will wake everybody in the neighborhood up, we offer you this instead.
For a second, can we talk about that Deacon pulling the stank leg while he's up there dancing?
Right? I saw that.
Like, damn, bruh.
That was Aaron Nesmith last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Returning to the lineup, even with an injury, and showing the New York Knicks who's boss.
Dropping 16 points.
So aside of the perfecto that you know what the X factor is in this series? Aside of Halliburton and aside of Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam.
He dropped 30.
I don't care if should the Pacers close this out in 5, which I originally predicted. You can go back, y'all can go back and look at the tapes. I said Pacers in 5.
Yep.
When this series started, and somebody doubted me, and we had a little fun. I'll talk about that later. The X factor, I said, was Pascal Siakam. And he drops 30 more on the Knicks' heads.
Yeah. And right now, that praise dance is what Pat McAfee is doing after calling out Spike Lee and Ben Stiller last night. That boy has put his heel work in the WWE to work.
And you can tell he's put in the work to do that.
You
can tell he's put in the work.
On WWE though. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, the last time he really was that involved in things was that story he had with Gunther.
I want to say a shout out.
Turned into Hamburg.
I want to say a shout out to the guys who are celebrities, but they really do mad work in the WWE. Mm-hmm. And I know people are going to hate this guy. They're going to balk at this name. But I also want to give a shout out to Logan Paul.
What's wrong with you, boy?
Let me explain. You can tell when celebrities are there just to be a name.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then there are those who really want to get in on the business.
Bad Bunny being one of them.
Bad Bunny is one of them. And Logan's one of them. Logan does the work.
Yeah.
That's what I adore about athletes when they cross over into different areas. Mm-hmm. When they're actually willing to put in the work.
Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone back in the 90s. Those two had a ton of fun. Yeah.
When they were doing that. And you can tell they were throwing themselves into the characters.
Oh yeah, they were.
Because someone like Logan Paul who has, money out the wazoo can easily just phone it in and say, I'm just here to just, to just do a little something off the top. But he actually gets in there. He wants to do the spots and everything. I'm like, no power to him. I like him personally, but his work ethic is there.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of work ethic, back to the Pacers. 130 points last night. after only 100 in Game 3. And the Pacers' first team to win a home game in this series, and they're going to be the last team because they're going to go to Madison Square Garden and whip their ass.
Now, here's an interesting thing that was brought up.
We'll see.
When it comes to Brunson and Cat playing together, last night they were -4, and in the series together, they're -24.
I'm gonna say, like, it's like Cat went back to being Cat.
Dear Tom, which is why I began the show with this. Dear Tom Thibodeau.
You're fired.
Yeah.
I mean, Cat got his. Cat got his.
Here's the problem, and Playmaker brought this up. He used his bench for one game. One.
Yeah.
I mean, most of his starters put up the 121 points.
Yeah.
What
I
were
mean,
you thinking?
outside of Josh Hart, who played 36 minutes, his bench was unproductive.
Yep.
I mean, you look at the fact that the Pacers had, who was that? Mathurin come off the bench in 12 minutes and drop 20.
Mathurin. Double up. Mathurin, TJ McConnell, among other members of the Pacers bench mob. That's why they were up 3-1, and that's why they're going to close it out on tomorrow in MSG. And give Reggie the second part of his ultimate revenge, because Reggie constructed the first part in 2000.
Yeah.
When he beat the Knicks, when he and the Pacers beat the Knicks in 6 games to play for the World Championship. That's what's going to happen tomorrow.
So we're basically calling for the Knicks to leave the Garden at the end of the game and go up to General Hospital and be declared dead on arrival.
They're dead on arrival now. They're dead on arrival now. And I want you, and I will explain why in one sentence. When halfway through the fourth quarter, when the Pacers found their footing, look at the Knicks' body language.
Yeah, they were defeated.
Yep.
And again, that leads to the fact of Brunson only being held to 2 points and an assist in the fourth quarter.
And you know, Tom Thibodeau and company have got to be thinking,
what in the all types of blue hell
was that?
Yeah, I mean, they put together a game last time out, and then Indiana said, all right, you're going to slap us around? Take one yourself. And now they're heading into the mecca of sports with a chance to close it out.
The Knicks should just push this button right now. They should just push that button right now because they are finished. Done skis. In the words of my good friend Victor Locke, the Knicks are done skis.
Now, this leads into the back half of this setup. Can we say the same thing for Minnesota tonight as they face the OKC Thunder?
Who gives 2/5 of a half of a damn? The Pacers are going to crown their ass. Who cares? You understand me?
So we're calling it here that the Pacers are not just going to win tonight, but they're going to win the series against whoever the hell comes out of the West.
And one of the reasons is going to be Pascal Siakam. Period. The Thunder will have no answer for this Pacers team. Oh my God, Jalen Brunson is softer than Zeke Mayo after the college basketball. Here we go again. You know what? Let's take a break, and when we come back, I have a story to tell y'all about my appearance yesterday on the Grilled Sports Podcast, and I nearly made Droid choke.
Oh, God.
Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned. Join the transporter to Hades.
your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
That beautiful voice that you heard bringing us back from break, that's my beautiful wife, Jody. She spoiled me with breakfast this morning, and I'm going to spoil her with a stack of pancakes tomorrow morning. Now, I made an appearance on the Grilled Sports podcast yesterday.
Okay.
And I had Blake, Android, and Victor laughing their heads off.
Do tell.
Well, let's explain, okay? So, I have been drafted to the army of the Grill Sports podcast.
He said drafted.
Thanks to Droid. So we were doing
Did he do to you what I did to you for a basketball game?
Yes.
And when I did what I've done to Victor many times, you're announcing this game and I ain't taking no for an answer, which is why Victor says drafted.
So we start talking and we get to going back into some of the basketball, and the first thing comes out of Blake's mouth, and I'm sorry, Blake, but I had to call you out on this. He said he was a big fan of Joel Embiid.
You dummy.
So I'm like, wait, you what? He's like, yeah, I'm a fan of Joel Embiid. I'm like, so this is gonna hurt when I say Joel Embiid, you a bitch.
Yeah.
Within seconds.
Which led to Droid calling me.
Yes, within seconds, Droid is on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, please pick up, please pick up. I'm like, who you call? And I hear, what? Easy, man. I'm like, oh, no, you did not.
Stinky, you idiot.
Troy call Snowman to let him know about Blake being a fan of Joel Embiid. And this led for what, 35 minutes?
About 35 minutes.
Of poor Blake being just torched.
I said, I gave my usual perfunctory about Joel Embiid. And I know, Blake, I know you're a homer. Okay, look, I'm a 49er fan and a Northwestern fan, among others, if that tells you anything. But for some reason, Droid decided to take a drink.
Yep.
Just as I said, quote, Joel Embiid is softer than DJ Moore.
You said what?
Victor can confirm this.
Yes, he did.
Joel Embiid is softer than DJ Moore.
Which led to Droid choking on his water. And led to Blake hiding his head in shame and laughter. And we just went off from there.
That is insane.
Well, Shane, I threw you in the fun too.
What the hell did you do that for?
Because it's fun. And I know if you were there, I know you'd get a laugh out of it. Because I said, Joel.
Okay, so what stray am I apparently catching hours later?
I said that Joel Embiid is softer than Tuukka Rask.
Yeah, that's true. He went there.
Stop it. Get some help.
I knew you were going to push that button. I knew it.
Oh, I was torn between that one and...
Shut up, bitch.
I expected that one.
Well, you got both. There you go.
I expected that one. And anything I could think of, I threw him under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making Droid and Blake and Victor just laugh their heads off because I was going from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Yep.
But here's one of the funniest things. When I mentioned Joel Embiid and the Carolina Panthers, my wife winced.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I normally, and y'all know this, you've seen her hang out with me on the air. I normally don't make my wife wince easily. Normally, she does that to me before I bust out in laughter. I made my wife wince.
And how did you manage that?
No, you're good. I'm laughing because this is my life.
She hates Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Look at dog. I didn't toss Tom Brady under the bus, but she heard some of the comparisons I made yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, damn.
Well, I mean, we all know that Joel Embiid is softer than this dude when it comes to the AFC Championship.
Jesus.
And I mentioned him too.
He mentioned everybody. He mentioned the Cowboys' offensive line. Not the 90s. Not the 90s. Yeah, he made sure to clarify that. Not the 90s.
I will always have respect for the 80s Cowboys offensive line and the 90s offensive line for the Cowboys. I will always have mad love for them. If I had to pick a favorite off of that line, it would be Larry Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we could always, also say that Joel Embiid is softer than Tam.
Oh God, yep. Someone put that in there.
Droid put that in there.
Oh my god.
I got pepper too, dog. You weren't the only one.
Joel Embiid. Yeah, I may as well open up the can today. Joel Embiid is softer than Rafael Devers on a
Joel
good
Embiid is
day.
softer than Zach
Ouch!
Wilson.
Ouch! That's my DH you talking about.
Yep.
Joel Embiid is softer than Zach Wilson. Sorry, Mr. McCarthy.
I'm not. Let me think. Joel Embiid is going to be soft. Joel Embiid is soft. Oh, hell. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Even though he's with my team right now, Joel Embiid is softer than Mac and Cheese Jones.
Wait, Mac and Cheese ended up in San Francisco?
On a one-year deal.
Oh, no.
But fortunately, we paid Brock Purdy. So
yeah.
I'm good there.
Thank God.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is softer than...
Because I think you'd quit. I think you'd quit if the 49ers had to
start Mac Jones.
Yeah, had to
I'll
put their
take that
trust.
game. I'll take that in every other game off the schedule that he starts. Like, aren't you doing the 49ers game? Nope.
Joel Embiid is softer than 38-day-old mayo spread on 70-year-old Kraft mac and cheese bread.
Brother, please, I just ate.
Snow would be like, hell no.
I put this headset down and walk away, and my wife would just have an incredulous look on her face going, why aren't you doing the second game?
Look who's starting.
Joel Embiid is softer than Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh.
Joel Embiid, let me think.
Joel Embiid is softer than Charmin Harden.
Joel Embiid is softer than Donovan Mitchell.
Oof.
I said it.
Joel Embiid is softer than Spike Lee.
Hey, Spike Lee ain't that soft, all right? I will give this to Spike Lee. He's a real fan. All right. He knows his look, Spike Lee was in Michael Jordan commercials for 13 years.
Yeah.
So I will grant him a pass. Especially when he did the commercial where he looked in the camera with a despondent look and said, and gave my beloved Knicks a double nickel.
Wasn't that his first game back in the Garden too after the first retirement?
March 28th, 1995. Or 1995.
Yeah.
It was April of 1995, rather. Okay, here you go. Joel Embiid is softer than Mark Eaton. Yes, I dug back into the old school for that one. And actually, I'm kidding around because I love watching Mark Eaton play.
Ow.
Joel Embiid is softer than Bronny James.
Ooh. Oh, you do realize the Bronx Sexuals are going to come out of the woodwork for that one. Oh wait, that's later.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
I began with the normal one. Joel Embiid is softer than my daughter's pillow.
Yeah.
All of my kids' pillows. All right, let me just be real. Joel Embiid is softer than the Atlanta Falcons of the 90s.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Joel Embiid is softer than the entire toilet paper aisle at your local Walmart.
That's a tie because there's a few people that belong in that aisle.
James Harden, anybody?
Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid is softer than Rudy Gobert after getting jammed on by Christian Brown. And that's Blake's comment. And even though I love this guy, when I watched him wrestle, I gotta use him here. Joel Embiid is softer than Nikolai Volkov.
Whoa.
Do I mean that comment? No, I don't. Because Hey,
Oh, Joel Embiid is softer than a Big Show after he got done at the buffet.
Right?
Joel Embiid is softer than Bryce James.
Ouch.
Me, ouch.
Joel Embiid is softer than Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins on a good day.
Here we go.
Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins.
2 Chainz
No
Cousins.
way.
My friend JJ's not going to like me for this, but Joel Embiid is softer than Jake Ottinger last night against the Oilers.
Oh.
Joel Embiid is softer than Zdeno Chara against Patrick Kane.
Why you do this to me?
Oh, I got more.
Why for you do this to me?
Because it's fun.
Zdeno did nothing to you.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why Patrick Kane punished his ass.
Oh my God.
Zdeno, listen, Joel Embiid is softer than Brad Marchand on an open net in Boston.
From yesterday, Joel Embiid is softer than Robert Kraft's bottle of mustard.
Zdeno,
that
Joel
mustard joke went for 10 minutes in and of itself. Okay?
Yes, it did.
Oh dear God.
That mustard joke, if y'all haven't seen it, look, just search Grilled Sportscast on YouTube and show them some love with a sub and a like, will you please? We went for 10 minutes with that mustard joke alone.
Robert Kraft. I'm sorry, the picture you had, that's what it looks like. That picture.
That's my case.
You see, like if you just like with a few inches out, he'd be having a spoon and a bottle of mustard.
A gigantic sized bottle of mustard.
Now the question is: are we talking French's or are we talking Heinz?
Heinz. No, it's that
Suicide.
Brand, it's that generic
Suicide.
brand yellow mustard.
No. Suicide. Combine them.
Oh no.
Hey, they did that at Northeast Missouri State for me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I normally didn't like mustard until they came up with that concoction for me.
Robert Kraft standing there with a Walmart bottle of mustard.
That's been opened.
And left out next to a 38-day-old mayo.
And put a special behind it. And put the special sign put behind it. 1 cent. Joel Embiid is softer than Caleb Williams.
Ooh.
Damn.
At Oklahoma.
And the painted fingernails.
During his best day against Texas.
Joel Embiid is softer than Tua Tagovailoa.
Joel Embiid is softer than Talia Tagovailoa, his brother.
Oh. Woof.
Yep.
But we were coming up with all kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
We came with a whole bunch of them.
And everybody got in on the fun. When I made the joke that I made about Tuukka Rask, Victor immediately winced and said, "I'm sorry, Shane."
Yep.
I mean, Victor immediately winced.
Yep, like
you could see it,
Shane.
and you could
Shane
hear
wasn't even here.
I'm catching stray bullets, man.
He caught stray missiles.
Stray missiles.
Not even bullets. You call stray missiles.
Man, I got nuked and I wasn't around.
Man, Joel Embiid is softer than the Chicago Cubs.
Everything is soft. No, actually, that is a Pete because the Chicago Cubs are extremely soft.
Joel Embiid right now is softer than the Colorado Rockies.
Joel Embiid is softer than the White Sox lineup right now.
Hey, look, at least the White Sox have more wins than the Colorado Rockies.
True.
That's true.
The White Sox are actually improving. And Jamie, I'm not even going to try to pronounce Tua's full name. No.
I'll wait to see that.
No.
I'll wait to see if the Sox are improving or not. It's going to take
they
some
are.
years.
It's going to take a while, but I say they are. Okay, back to business. Joel Embiid is softer than Trae Young.
Ouch.
That's accurate.
Joel Embiid is softer than Anthony Davis.
That's even more accurate.
Can you imagine Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis on the same team?
No.
God, no.
I think I nearly made Victor hang up when I said that.
No. That's just bad for basketball. That's not even like, oh, I don't want that on my team because neither one are on my team, but that's just bad for basketball.
Can I get a little bit of help on this one?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
How Snowman put it, like I said last weekend.
Hell
no.
Joel Embiid is softer than the New England Patriots right now.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
You didn't. Droid did.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is softer than Tuukka Rask in Game 5 in 2013.
Wow.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I'm doing that purely just to make him laugh, okay?
Joel Embiid is softer than Kyler Murray on his 9th death streak.
I'll go one step further. Joel Embiid is softer than Mr. Unlimited.
Ooh, okay.
How about this? No, I used that one already. I used that joke already. I was gonna say Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins, but
No, you already used that one.
Yep.
Joel Embiid is softer than Geno Smith.
That's pretty soft. That's pretty soft.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Embiid is softer than the Seattle Seahawks.
Joel
Yeah,
Embiid
I'm throwing the whole team under the bus.
Joel Embiid is softer than Pete Carroll's oatmeal that he eats for dinner.
Hey, look, don't put down oatmeal for dinner, okay? We've done it.
We've done that. We've done
it.
We've done oatmeal for dinner. We've done pancakes for dinner.
You know what? Before we go to break, I gotta tell everybody this story. First time I made pancakes for dinner when Victor and I were living together. Victor just opened up and said, "Man, I'm hungry, but I don't want to go get anything." And I was thinking the exact same thing. I said, "I have an idea." And Victor looked at me like, "What are you up to?" I'm like, "Man, go sit down. I'll make you something." I don't know how I made the stack of pancakes I made for Victor that fluffy and that big. But I came into his office and I said, "Have some." And Victor looked at the stack of pancakes, peeked out and looked at me and went, "What the fuck?"
Right. I still remember the time we actually tried Monte Cristo dogs. That was for a loop.
That's some good shit right there.
Bruh.
And now we have turned every single person listening to this show hungry.
That was the first and only time I attempted Monte Cristo dogs. And I got that off of a television show.
Man versus Food.
Man versus Food.
One of the best shows out there.
Bruh.
Agreed.
Bruh.
Agreed.
Oh, and by the way,
I said, "I have an idea." I said, "Victor, I have an idea." He was like, "All right." And Victor dozed off. Here's the bad thing. He dozed off. He woke up, came in and went, "The fuck are you doing?" And I turned around and I went, "Monte Cristo dogs." And he went, "You did not take this from me." I certainly did.
Right.
Especially with the strawberry jam added to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, Joel Embiid, you softer than Geno's Philly cheesesteaks.
You leave those cheesesteaks alone.
Hey, those things are soft, man. I've had them.
The bread is nice and soft.
I know.
I got one. No, man.
Go for it.
Geno Smith is softer than the bread used for Taurus flavor steak sandwiches.
I have one better.
Okay.
And Victor will understand this because he lived toward the area that I lived in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Embiid and Geno Smith are softer than the buns at home of the hoagie.
Oh, see, Home of the Hoagie and Torres Flavor are two of the best places to get sandwiches, bro.
And we've had them.
Oh, yes, we have.
Yeah. No, I got one even better. I'll close this. We'll close this and go to a break. I got one even better. You ready? And Victor will know this place that I'm about to mention. Joel Embiid is softer than the sandwiches at Portillo's.
Go to break.
All I got to say on that one.
Coming up next, the Dallas Stars are finished. But we're not when it comes to Joel Embiid. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hold that thought.
False start offense.
Joel Embiid is softer than Aaron Rodgers playing for the New York Jets. Now we're going to break.
Damn!
Sorry, Ryan.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
All right, the Indiana Fever play their first game without Caitlin Clark in the lineup, and they will travel to Washington to take on the Washington Mystics. It's a 7 p.m. Eastern Time tip-off, and will begin at 6:30 with Full Court Fever, the official pregame show of Snowman Multimedia's coverage of the Indiana Fever. And I want to tell the boys this going forward. After tonight, all pregame shows, no matter what sport we cover, will be branded under the new name of the pregame show, Snowman's Pregame Pulse.
That works.
Now,
by the way, speaking of the WNBA, can we spend a second and actually talk about the fact that Angel Reese actually had another decent game, even though it wasn't a loss?
Can we talk about the fact that Angel Reese, though she had a decent game, it was still in a loss?
Which means it's now up to coaching to figure out how to win these things?
Which means Tyler Marsh needs to go.
It's been up to coaching for a bit now.
That was one of the first things Victor mentioned. It's up to coaching.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Tyler Marsh just ain't it.
Right.
I hate saying that, but he's just not it.
I guess that means Joel Embiid is about as soft as Tyler Marsh.
Yeah. No, I think Tyler Marsh is even softer than Joel Embiid, with just saying something.
That's a tie then.
Ooh.
That's a tie then. And that's saying something.
At this point, it's no tie. At this point, there's no tie.
No
Because
tie.
I do not understand how you have this Wells Fargo talent. You're starting to see Angel actually look a little more comfortable. You still can't put it together? You still can't put it together?
Nope. Nope. And I repeat, no.
We were talking about giving coaches chances, giving them at least 2 years to really get it together. I'm not sure you do it for Marsh.
You don't.
And that's sad to say.
You don't.
But for God's sakes, dude, you got to be tougher.
When they get that first win, whenever Chicago gets that first win, it'll break the ceiling. Okay? But from the way they look right now, that's not going to be for a bit.
No. The team is just unsteady shooting, period, let alone anything else.
I have
another that question. Needs to improve.
And I have another question. Why isn't Haley Van Lith starting?
Another good question.
Again,
why isn't Haley Van Lith starting?
That's a question to ask Tyler.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Right.
Wait till we get Allie on tomorrow. Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Wait till we get Allie on tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be, that's a whole hour of chaos right there.
It might be 90 minutes of chaos knowing Allie.
Right.
Oh, we got to go extended.
The hell with it. The absolute the hell with it at this point. Since we're talking women's sports and it is Wednesday, let me send a shout out to a very special team, and that team is the Minnesota Frost. Back-to-back Walter Cup champions in the PWHL with a 2-1 victory over the Ottawa Charge. And the best part about that game, it was in overtime.
Nice.
Nothing like a good OT game for a clincher.
Mm-hmm.
Just as Patrick Kane.
Yep.
Just as Patrick Kane in 2010.
A game I couldn't stay up for.
I did.
Much as I wanted to. I couldn't stay up for because I had to go to work the next day.
You know, while we're talking about that, and while we're all over the place, because I figured out what the hell, I did a baseball game that night in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball game, and I'm driving back to Gary from Highland.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Kane lights the lamp. John Weideman's going crazy. Eddie Olczyk is going crazy, and I'm honking my horn for the next 20 minutes.
Yep.
But a shout out really to the Minnesota Frost, back-to-back champions.
Mm-hmm.
Walter Cup champions, back-to-back Walter Cup champions.
Yeah.
Gotta adore that. And what does this guy do now? Since we're talking about it, what does this guy do now? I heard a commentator say that since most people think I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to basketball, let me say this. I heard a couple of commentators say this is a moral victory for the Sky. And since these are the same kind of commentators that don't want to grant the same thing when my teams lose, fuck all y'all. Moral victory, my ass. You lost. And you know the funniest thing about that game last night in Los Angeles? Chicago held a 16-point lead in that game.
And fell apart.
And blew it.
Shooting down the stretch wasn't there.
Not only shooting down the stretch wasn't there, it was turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
They kept turning the ball over.
There's no continuity in that team right now, and that's their problem.
There really isn't.
N-U-N-N, none.
There really isn't. That's what upsetting.
Victor, how many times, oh hell, to anybody, how many times have we talked about continuity on the team?
Continuity, consistency.
And since I'm throwing shots at Mr. McCarthy, I want to see that for the Jets, but in his words, I'll be cautiously optimistic. We ain't going to see it for the Patriots. We all know that.
Right. Hey, not nice.
Shane's going to throw a fastball at me. And he's a fool! Exactly. Thank you. Shane's going to throw a fastball at my head.
There's people in there. There's people in there.
Stop the cap.
Speaking of there's people in there.
Oh, no.
Dear Jake Ottinger. Anyone who knows, who follows hockey like we do, Jake Ottinger is the starting goalie for the Dallas Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Jake Ottinger.
You fool!
Edmonton is now up 3-1 in the Campbell Conference Final.
Yep.
Wow. You know, part of me wanted to be diplomatic when we picked that series. Part of me actually went when I made my pick, but then the other part of me said, screw it. Stars in 5. They're going to go to Dallas and whip their ass. No. You want a bold prediction? Wait, how did they do it on mic to mic back in the day? Predictions sure to go wrong.
Yes.
Right.
The Oilers will deliver a shutout in Game 5.
Ooh.
Now, I heavily expect that to go wrong. But the Oilers are the superior team right now.
Yeah, they are.
They are the superior team. And you know why I'm saying they'll go to Dallas and wrap this up? They wrapped it up in 5 in Vegas to get to the Western Conference Finals. And even though they're a young team in terms of franchise, Vegas is one of the toughest places to play.
Yep.
And Dallas went in there and shut them out. It took an extra 18 minutes because both teams' defenses were flying all over the ice.
But
it seems like for some reason the Stars always choke at the end.
We've seen that before. 2 years ago against, what do you know, Vegas.
The Vegas Golden Knights. And originally I thought, okay, well maybe the Golden Knights are just that boogeyman for Dallas, but no, it seems like just the
moment is the boogeyman for Dallas.
Yeah.
That's when they end up doing what? Shrinking to
shrinking to about the same height as me on a step ladder in a world's smallest hell in the cell. Very much a
Dallas Stars
Dallas.
And Ryan, I love you for this. Dallas Stars are the Carolina Hurricanes of the NHL Western Conference.
Damn.
And then they were, and to compliment the Oilers even further, the Oilers lost 2 in LA in the first round.
And then came back.
And then bitch slapped the LA Kings 4 straight games.
Yep.
They got pimp slapped in LA, and then they bitch slapped everybody else.
Yep.
They've gone no further than 6 games in every round. 6 against LA, 5 against Vegas, and they're looking at 5 right now against Dallas. The Stars cannot compete. Period. They cannot compete. They have no speed. They have, you know what? Let me describe this the best way that I can. I was talking to our buddy JJ Neely, who's our Dallas Stars insider, and after Sunday, he said to me, "You might be right. The Stars just might lose in 5 games." I said, "JJ, what did I tell you at the top of the series? They cannot compete with the power of the Edmonton Oilers." And JJ said, "Well, after game 1, I thought that would change." And then he waited a few minutes and said, "You know what? I should know better. I don't, but I should know better when it comes to my team." JJ, I offer the same sentiment sometimes about my 49ers. I offer the same sentiment, but knowing my wife is going to walk in here while we're talking Stanley Cup and then throw a Colts comment at me like she usually does, and it just gets me all off kilter and gets me to laugh. And she's done it before. Y'all know she's done it before. I say the Dallas Stars are finished in 48 hours. They are finito in the sun, to borrow from the great accountable commentary, whose videos I love watching. The Dallas Stars are just playing like pure, unadulterated.
I thought it was a good word.
And to anyone, and I mean this playfully, who thought they were going to win this series against Edmonton,
sounds about right.
And also,
Stop the cap.
Let me ask a higher power here. Do the Stars actually have a chance in Game 5 in their home ice?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
And that's that.
Sounds about right.
Game 5 in Dallas. Would you look up? Is it tomorrow? Can you look it up for me real quick?
Let me gander at things really fast.
Take a gander at that. Wait, Dallas
Game 5 is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Game 5 for Panthers Hurricanes, 8 p.m. tonight. Florida, of course, up 3-1.
Game 5 tomorrow for the chance for the Oilers to win the Clarence Campbell Bowl.
You thinking what I think you're thinking?
What do you think? I think
I'm thinking that there's going to be a pregame show at 7:30 tomorrow night.
Oh shit! That's a double day. Because it's Game 5 in the Garden.
Yep.
Oh fuck!
Which one?
speaking of guess what I found, this is tonight. Fever and Mystics. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip time. I was looking for that graphic all morning.
Well,
Coming up next.
I was going to say, I know something we're going to talk about after the break.
And that is?
Well, apparently analytics have San Francisco as the third best NFC team to make the playoffs and Dallas as the fourth worst. The only teams behind Dallas, Carolina, New Orleans, and the Giants.
Oh, God.
Are these numbers true, or are
Did you say Carolina, New Orleans, and the Giants?
Yes.
Did you say that aloud?
Yes, I did.
Oh, jeez.
And apparently there's also a 20% chance that the Eagles are going to repeat in the Super Bowl currently.
Oh, God.
I already called my NFC Championship game. I already called the NFC Championship game. Eagles, 49ers. Just depends on where.
Well, we can figure that out.
And to make my wife smile, I have my AFC Championship game in Indianapolis.
With Indianapolis and Houston?
We've hit halftime. We discuss more.
And we'll have more predictions that are sure to go wrong when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
During bad, SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out."
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. And that's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube, and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
So why do I have an idea of reviving an old segment we heard on the Mike and Mike in the morning for a long time? Predictions sure to go wrong.
Because how many of ours have actually gone wrong?
Yes.
Every Friday during football season.
Every damn time I throw the damn notebook, it's gone sideways.
I'm going to voice that today. Oh, I have a better idea.
What?
I know who's going to voice it.
What? Oh, God.
With the right amount of twang to it.
These are predictions that are sure to go wrong.
Right?
Even better. I can just have this prediction sure to go wrong. And Jody's and then you'll hear Jody's voice go, "You're just wrong."
Right?
You know you're wrong.
You're just wrong. I know you're wrong, and you know you're wrong.
Perfect. Thank you, Victor.
That segment will be coming up probably by the end of next week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. It'll definitely be featured Fridays during the fall.
Predictions sure to go wrong, brought to you by BetUS.com.
Right?
That's going to be a hit. Especially with all the pickers we got coming this year.
That entire third hour. Predictions sure to go wrong, brought to you by BetUS.com.
Mm-hmm.
And all you hear after that is, you know you wrong. I tell you what's more wrong is these FPIs that came out today, yesterday, courtesy of the Big Four.
Do that again. Do that. Now you got the wheels turning. Do that again.
Predictions sure to go wrong, brought to you by BetUS.com. You know you wrong.
I already got the graphic in mind.
You mean you got something in mind besides me chucking my damn notebook and saying, "Get me the hell out of here"?
I got to animate that.
You're actually going to animate me chucking my notebook and saying,
"Get me the hell out of here." We got to turn that
into
into a video. You chucking your notebook saying, "Get me the hell out of here," and then the script, the phrase will roll across it.
All you see at the bottom, "Get me the hell out of here."
Get me the hell out of here.
These are the predictions that sure to go wrong, brought to you by BetUS.com. Get me the hell out of here.
Wait a minute. Even better. Even better.
You see a picture of the dog just with this sad look saying, "Get me the hell out of here."
Wait. The video portion will be dog chucking his notebook and having an incredulous look on his face. And then he'll say, "Predictions sure to go wrong by BetUS.com." And then you hear Jody say, "You just wrong." After dog delivers predictions sure to go wrong, brought to you by BetUS.com, you hear, "Get me out of here." And then Jody closes it.
You know you wrong.
We got it. We got a hit. We got a hit. Oh, and guess who may join us a few times during the fall? The evilest of evil EPs himself.
Oh, I ain't gonna have any fucking control of that segment then. He gonna make sure I have no control.
You know who else I may try to bring on? My better half. Can y'all imagine Jody picking games with us?
I definitely ain't gonna have any control.
No.
I can hear Jody now. I can hear Jody now when we're talking about Patrick Mahomes. Don't even have to get the game out. Don't even have to get the numbers out. All you'll hear Jody say, Patrick Mahomes is cute. I'm picking the Chiefs.
I remember that.
Hey, just because I've said that before doesn't mean I'm going to say it again.
You just did.
2025, and there's the first notebook toss.
Can you say a line for us, honey?
Probably.
One day you need to record the line. You wrong. You just know you're wrong. Because we're going to make a segment out of it.
Well, I always tell people they're wrong because I'm always right.
Dead.
Done. We got it. We got it. And to think we already had the first notebook toss of 2025.
And there's the Sharpie to go with it.
Yep.
It's going to be a long season.
It's going to be a fun season. Forget long. It's going to be a fun season. We do all our prep during the week, and then Friday, when the third hour gets here.
This third hour of predictions sure to go wrong, brought to you by BetUS.com. You know you wrong.
You know you're wrong.
And then when it's all said and done,
Where was it? To begin the second hour of today.
And we ain't even gotten into the heart of the hour yet. That's just wrong in its own right coming up.
You fool!
What'd I do?
I just threw that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Subtle message delivered to those who thought this wouldn't be a hit show.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Yeah.
Oh God.
I would lose
Joel
my
Embiid
arms if I
is
ever tried to do
softer.
that.
Joel Embiid is softer than that guy.
Look, that dude pulling off that move at the end, I'd lose my arms. My arms would be dislocated forever.
I'd lose my arms. I'd lose my legs. The fence will be broken, and pieces of it will be on top of my head.
Yep.
Wait. Oh no. Here goes my brain again. Just in case someone wants to change one of their picks.
Delete!
Yeah, that'll be when you decide to go from actually having it as an anarchy game to fuck it. I might as well pick this one.
I've done that several hundred times in 2.5 years.
Yep.
First time Victor and I did games together, or started picking games together, we were at Chicago State, and the person who was running the station at the time that was not named John Kalidas told us to keep the picks to 10 minutes. We pissed him off and went for 90.
We plan on this one going an hour. Something tells me it's going to go longer.
And the bad part is, he told me straight up, you'll never be back in this studio again for disobeying me. I get a call from John saying, where are you? Oh, I got kicked out. Didn't last long. And now a selection from the Wonder Bread Tabernacle Choir. Thank you, Ryan McCarthy.
Oh, no.
Called How Soft is Joel Embiid?
Oh, that was a cool moment from yesterday's game.
What's that?
Catherine and Maddie on the same court together.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine and Maddie for the first really what they played each other Tuesday night. That's a nice little little fun thing. 'Cause I remember when Horace and Harvey used to play all the time.
Yep. Yep. Horace and Harvey Grant.
Yep.
Horace and Harvey Grant. Let's test some people's memory. Where did they go to college? Horace and Harvey.
Ooh.
Because though they're twins, they went to different colleges.
Got me.
Horace went to Clemson. Harvey went to Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. What is wrong with us today? And it all started with Joel Embiid. You bitch. I said it. Give me this button here. Matter of fact, even better, give me this camera. Joel Embiid, you a bitch.
Oh, God.
Lord have mercy. We created a segment and went back to the top of the hour. The top of the show, rather.
Mm-hmm.
You know you wrong. If my wife can have that Southern twang when she did the bump back using Twitter, imagine how Southern her twang is going to be when we do this one.
Yeah. We're going to lose it the moment that plays.
Just like every time we play the opening and we see that damn seal.
Bon.
No, no. Oh,
He called you a penguin.
Right.
Yeah, and
Feels
a
like the
leprechaun.
penguin. And sound like the leprechaun.
He called you
looking like a penguin from those Batman movies. When the hell did I turn into Robert De Niro? When I turned into Danny DeVito?
Oh my gosh. What have we done?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got Batman over here. Well, I might as well be Penguin. Fuck it.
I wasn't going to wear this today. I wasn't. Then I looked at it and I thought, screw it. I'm Batman today.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
I looked at this sweatshirt for a good 5 minutes and I said, fuck it. I'm Batman today. I'm getting ready to come in here to the studio, and Jody gives me a smile and I get a kiss, and I just whispered to myself, I'm Batman today, damn it.
I'm Batman.
Oh gosh. You know what we should create? We should borrow from A Pizzle, and have we have the Anarchy Game of the Week, right?
Yeah.
I know what to title this third segment. Fishing out ideas.
What we need to have then is like three just the silhouette of three people on a boat fishing with a cooler behind them.
Yeah. There you go. Should we add a Hell No Game of the Week? Or is that our Anarchy graphic?
That's our Anarchy.
That's our Anarchy? Okay.
Yeah, because we hell no when Anarchy is the same thing because we got Stone Cold. Oh, hell no.
And that started, you know who gave me the original idea? Pizzle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pizzle from his show. Talking about the Hell No Game of the Week. And then someone opened their mouth and mentioned anarchy on our show, and then this happened.
And the thing is, you had the graphic for that already, and I was like, this needs Stone Cold's music behind it.
Guys, got some news since we just put on the Stone Cold music.
What?
Okay.
So according to Conrad Thompson on X, it looks like the surgery for Hall of Fame legendary commentator Jim Ross went actually well. And there is hope that the procedure has removed all of his cancer.
Yes.
So here's hope when everything goes well. But Jim Ross, congratulations, brother, on your successful procedure.
Congratulations, good old JR.
Brian, may I swear, it's in good grace.
Man,
it's in good grace, though.
Man, we've been doing all fucking episode. What's your point?
All right. Fuck cancer.
Yes, I agree.
Droid, that's actually not a swear because I say it on a daily basis. Fuck cancer. And to throw a shot at Victor so we can all get back to laughing.
No! No!
Ain't nobody.
No!
Why? Just why?
Mayday! Mayday!
Okay.
I waved the white flag.
This ain't May of '89, okay? No Mayday call. No Mayday calls in Buffalo.
I waved the white flag.
Listen.
What?
After we get back, I need to tell y'all what happened on Grilled Sports yesterday.
We discussed that already.
We beat you to it, but
come on, you couldn't wait for the host.
No, we couldn't because
the start time was at 11. Where were you?
Well, listen, I was out making a kid's day because I was at McDonald's. I heard this kid say, "I only got $5. I want to get this." I was like, you know what? I'll pay for your food. I pay. And the thing is, this kid's probably got more financial responsibility than most adults because this kid spent under $6.
Nice.
No, we still got one segment left, unfortunately.
We may not even do. What the hell am I talking about? Go to break.
We know that's gonna happen.
Break.
Right.
Go to break. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
During bad, SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out."
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Go ahead, Droid.
Lord have mercy.
And of course, I tell him that as he's taking a big fat bite out of something. Mm-hmm. And I can't even scold him for eating on camera because my wife brought me breakfast. And just let me complete it. My wife brought me this big heaping bowl of hot cereal, and these are the remnants thereof of it.
I was about to say, man, we've all fucking ate on here. What are you talking about?
I know. I like I said, I can't even scold Joy for eating on camera because I'm about to do it again, and Joy's eating on camera.
Listen, so it's about 2:00. It's later than usual, but that's because somebody reserved the studio before I could. Mm-hmm. Blake is there before me. He's already in studio. He's already logged in for me. Thank you. Again, thank you, Blake. And we get about halfway done with our Express episode because I needed to record music. I needed to, focus on that. So we did Express. We're about 40 minutes in. We're talking about our teams. I'm talking about how I'm a fan of the Rockets. Victor's talking about how he's a Bulls fan, how he grew up a Bulls fan, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, well, Blake, what team are you a fan of? Bless his heart. He says, well, I'm a Sixers fan. I said, you're a what? He said, more specifically, I'm a Joel Embiid fan. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Which sent Droid's brain upside down into a tailspin.
I immediately was like, you're joking, right? He said, no, I'm not joking. Why would you think I'm joking? I'm like, you mean to tell me you are a Joel Embiid fan? And I was hoping he'd say, no, I'm a Tyrese Maxey fan. And I would have been like, okay, that's commendable. Tyrese Maxey, great player.
Absolutely. I'll give him
and
that.
He said, but no, he said, yep, I'm a homer. And I said, you son of a bitch. And I picked up my phone and dialed Brian immediately. And all I was saying into the mic was, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up. And sure enough,
I heard that too. I heard you pleading for me to pick up because I was sitting here in the studio and I looked at my phone and I saw your number like, man, I got to get this done. But then I thought, what the hell? opened the phone, and the next thing they heard was, "What is it, man?"
I'm like, Brian, Blake is a scissors, and he was talking, so he didn't really hear me. And he was like, what? I said, Blake is a Philadelphia 76ers fan. Hangs up on me.
I said, I'm going back to work.
I call him. He immediately picks up. He said, Blake, what in all the Vita Blue hell are you thinking?
I said to Blake was, I have one question. Yes, sir. What the hell were you thinking?
And he says, I don't know. And he claims, I'm a homer. I'm like, and then Brian was like, he barely even played a season at KU.
He might be a homer, but in this case, he's stupid.
If you're really going to be a homer, you're a Kings fan. Because of what used to be the Kansas City Kings.
Right. Right.
I'm not a homer. I just like the Rockets when James Harden was good.
But that's
an eternity.
I fell in love with the Rockets because of the legend known as Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's why I love the Rockets. I love Hakeem Olajuwon since his days in Houston. But go on.
And for the last 20 minutes of the show, it's just us comparing things Joel Embiid is softer to.
And I made Droid choke.
Nice.
I was taking a sip from my Mountain Dew Baja Blast, not sponsored.
Please sponsor.
Not sponsored yet.
He said something that had me choke. I don't remember what it was he said, but it had me choking on my drink.
I said Joel Embiid was softer than DJ Moore. I said Joel Embiid was softer than DJ Moore, and I thought Joy was going to choke and then pass out from laughing.
Listen, like we were saying stuff like Joel Embiid is softer than this Kleenex I'm holding in my hand. Joel Embiid is softer than the styrofoam cups from Sonic.
We were just throwing all kinds of stuff out there.
Joel Embiid is softer than Ben Simmons' jump shot.
I did kind of say that, didn't I?
And then you said, nah, he's softer than Ben Simmons. And that says a lot.
I did. Then there was the obligatory Tuukka Rask joke I made, and Victor winced.
Yes, you did.
Victor winced and said, Shane's not even here. Well,
Joel Embiid is softer than Jeremy Swayman on the final shot of Game 7 overtime. He took off his he's re-contemplating enjoying this entire show.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Embiid is softer than this frozen Coca-Cola.
Man, don't make me go out and get one of those.
Hey, they're good. Get one. They're $1.59. This is a large. This is $1.59.
If I have a large, I ain't going to sleep.
I control my caffeine.
How do you do? On a serious note, how do you do that though? Because I need to control mine. How do you do it, man?
So usually I kind of I cut off everything at 5 p.m. is my cutoff. I usually cut off most high caffeine content at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So by 5 p.m. my caffeine has gone down.
Gotcha.
Unless it's a game night.
Yes.
Then I will have all the caffeine I please.
Does it take? I know I'm asking a young fella this question, but I have to know, especially since surgery. Does it take like 2 to 3 hours for the caffeine to jog out of your system? Is that an average?
Let's say okay, I'm gonna claim I'm in Missouri, quote unquote, wink wink. I'm in Missouri. and we have a little thing legal here called Mary Jane.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of that from time to time.
What do you think this is?
Yes, sir. I know the feeling.
But you got to treat caffeine as what it is. It's a drug. Caffeine is a drug, whether you like it or not.
Right.
Caffeine is a drug, just like the Mary Jane. You got to know when to stop. And that's why this thing, I only hit it like maybe 7-12 times a day, maybe. That's as much as I hit it. I never hit it more, hit it, and I usually hit it less even sometimes. I had one day where I never even touched it because I control my addiction. I know it's an addiction. I'm very aware it's an addiction. And caffeine is an addiction. You see, this is caffeinated.
Yeah.
But just like a high from Mary Jane, caffeine has its high. Right. So it takes about an hour to 2 up to 3 hours to come down from that high. It depends on your tolerance and the fact that you're getting older. Your tolerance is starting to diminish lower and lower than when you're young.
Yeah.
Like I'm young, so my tolerance is high for both Mary Jane and caffeine. So I can drink 4 Dr. Peppers at like 8 p.m. watching a Panthers game and still be able to go to bed that night.
Yeah. Okay. That's part of the education I needed.
And
I ask that in all seriousness because you all have seen me on here drink a ton of coffee and then I couple it with something else. I don't want to do that anymore.
Also,
what I do
Tanner, look who I just pulled.
Go fuck yourself.
100 overall, Larry Bird.
Nice.
Why are you telling me to go F myself? It's your legend.
That he is.
Got him before I could.
Yeah, it's the only Boston. Why. It's the only Boston player who's considered a legend. Anyways,
which is wrong.
It's not wrong.
All this wrongness is
Bill Russell. Okay, Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
I forget about Bill Russell sometimes. That's my bad. More respect to Bill Russell.
Robert Parrish, Tom Heinsohn, JoJo White, of course, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, Robert Parrish.
But I'm talking about in Boston sports overall, he was the last.
Excuse me, David Ortiz has entered the chat.
No. David Ortiz.
He's a lefty.
And to throw my last joke of the day at Shane, I would say Tuukka Rask, but then 17 seconds later, that happened.
Oh.
Listen, here's a fun fact that's going to piss Shane off. If the Panthers win the Stanley Cup, Sergei Bobrovsky will have more rings than Tuukka Rask.
Why is everyone trying to piss me off today?
Because you're laughing. And the only reason Tuukka Rask got that cup in 2011 is because Vancouver don't know how to hold a lead.
True.
Yeah, Vancouver outchoked
Boston. And Vancouver did it in a worse way. They got shut out in Game 7 at home.
But
at least I don't
okay, the last legend to play for a New England / Boston sports team is Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady. Yep.
Name one legend after that. Exactly.
Jason Tatum is coming into his own.
No, not even close.
He ain't there yet, but he's getting there.
Listen, think of Bill Russell being the peak of greatest of all time Celtics.
Let me put it this way.
No,
he determines who gets in and who is not.
I'd put Larry Bird over Bill Russell.
I put him on both. I put him on the same tier.
No, you're wrong.
Why am I wrong about Larry Bird?
Because I said so.
This moment of your wrongness has been brought to you by Predictions Sure to Go Wrong. Coming soon in the third hour of the show. Coming soon to the third hour for Friday afternoons.
You know I'm going to videoize that.
I know.
A lead for a prediction sure to go wrong.
I know.
Yeah. Sure to go wrong, just like Game 7 against the Panthers.
And what did I say earlier in the show? That we'd be talking about something and my wife will just walk by and goes, "You're wrong."
Yeah.
And
listen,
right on cue,
it will go wrong, just like Game 7 overtime for you.
No, I got something even better. It goes wrong just like Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz facing Jose Contreras in 2005. Forkball notwithstanding.
Why must you go there?
Why must you do this? Why?
You know why I'm doing this, Shane? A, because I've loved you for 13 years like a brother. B, you picked on me mercilessly after that. And C, that's what brothers do. We pick on each other and we have fun and we make each other laugh. Besides, I cut a promo with Shane and I made I cut a promo with Shane and I made a Tuukka Rask joke. And all you see Shane do is throw his head back like this and go, "Why?"
Ooh, guys, I have an idea.
Is that why I smell bacon over here?
Hey, let me have my bacon on my McCrispy and peas.
Oh, everything's better with bacon.
Yeah, you know that.
Shut up.
But I wanted to play a little game called This or That.
Bitch! I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
I wanted to play a little game called This or That. I name a player. You tell me if you'd rather have I name you two players. You pick one of the two, and then we compare. Basically, let's say it's like PJ Washington versus Anthony Davis. You pick PJ Washington, and I'm like, okay, PJ Washington or Andre Robertson.
Anything to avoid a bronze sexual conversation.
I can dig that. Let's go.
All right. Now, this is going to be a little bit confusing for those who haven't been keeping up with a team called the Washington Wizards at all.
Who really has?
We're going to start out with two Washington Wizards.
It's the Washington Bullets. Say it right.
Keyshawn George or Bilal Coulibaly?
No, neither of them. Next.
Who?
You have to pick one so we can get to the next player.
No, I don't. I pass.
Yes, you do. That's how this game works.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
I pass. Shane.
I don't even know who the hell those two are, so I'm out.
Bilal Coulibaly was one of the best scorers, I think, way better than Alexander Sarr by far. Fine, let's do a good wizard, a.k.a. a bullet. Elvin Hayes versus Keyshawn George.
Elvin Hayes.
Okay. Elvin Hayes or Kelena Azubuike.
Elvin Hayes. Elvin Hayes.
Elvin Hayes or Taylor Hendricks.
Hayes.
Hayes or John Barry.
Hayes.
Hayes or Monroe.
Ooh, Earl of Pearl Monroe. Tails. Hayes.
Hayes or Morris Peterson.
Hayes by 200 miles.
Hayes or Swen Nader.
Hayes by 400 miles.
Hayes or Brad Miller.
600 miles. Elvin Hayes.
Mark Eaton.
600 what?
Wait, what? Did you say Mark Eaton?
Yes.
You said Mark Eaton. 800 miles. Elvin Hayes.
John Starks.
Oof.
Give me this button here.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating, high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university. where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
There.
Elvin Hayes or Derek Fisher?
Who the hell is Derek Fisher? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Elvin Hayes.
Elvin Hayes or Sean Kemp?
I'd take Kemp.
You actually gonna make me say that?
Trays.
I'm kidding. Toss up. But I'll still go with Elvin Hayes.
Elvin Hayes? Let's go with a little bit of a homer for you. Jason Richardson.
That's Richardson, and that's Elvin Hayes.
Elvin Hayes or Ray Allen?
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen's a guard. He doesn't belong. Next.
He can also play forward.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he can. Small forward. Ray
Shooting
Allen.
guard and point guard.
Let's say Elvin Hayes or Phil Jackson.
Oh, and Phil Jackson had elbows back then. But Elvin Hayes had a jump shot, so I'm going with Elvin Hayes.
Okay. Elvin Hayes or James Wiseman?
You a bitch. Elvin Hayes.
Elvin Hayes. Oh, I'm ready for what you're about to play when I say this. So get the button ready. Elvin Hayes or Anthony Davis?
Trays.
I got a better one.
You're fired.
Elvin Hayes or Spencer Haywood?
You're fired. Or go on. I can't find it. Go on. Oh, I have to pick, don't I? Elvin Hayes.
Elvin Hayes or let's compare a forward to a guard. Mike Bibby.
I declare anarchy.
I declare this.
What? Shane, you're next in the torture chamber.
Oh, hell.
Matter of fact,
I'm about to piss you off. I'm about to piss you off on my next one.
No, you won't.
This ought to be good.
Elvin Hayes or Thanasis Antetokounmpo?
Shut up, bitch.
Let me do one for Droid. Let me start one for Droid. You pick your sport.
Do I need to pick my sport?
Pick your sport.
You know my sport.
I know all of them. Pick one.
Hold on, where's my stick?
Translation: hockey.
The one where this brand is very popular.
What the hell is that?
A Bauer stick.
Bauer? Who's Bauer?
It ain't Trevor.
I know.
Ain't no Trevor.
I know. Okay.
Well, let's at least get one that's going to actually trip you up.
I was trying to cross him up, but he was ready for it, and I love it. Now, how are you going to try to cross me up?
Elvin Hayes or Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman.
Yep.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman or Dominique Wilkins?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman or Josh Smith?
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. Who the fuck is Josh Smith?
Dennis Rodman or Adonis Haslem?
Who the hell is that? Dennis Rodman.
You know in the Vita Blue Hell who Adonis Haslem is.
And I don't care. Next one.
Rodman or Hachimura?
Stop it.
Get some help.
Thank you for that.
Rodman or Michael Jordan?
Tie.
I was gonna say, I think this belongs in that moment.
English, do you speak it?
Okay. Since I've seen both of them play in person, 96 and 97 at the United Center. I got one for Victor.
Oh boy.
Tom Rathman or Daryl Johnston?
Johnston.
I can see that.
Daryl Johnston or Mike Allstott?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna stick with Johnston though.
You're gonna stick with the Moose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. This is where I mess with Victor. The Moose or Roger Craig?
Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a moment that qualifies for this.
She does.
Oh, that hurts.
And while you're thinking about that one, think about this one. The Battle of 88. Drew Pearson or Michael Irvin?
I gotta go with Irvin.
Okay.
I gotta go with Irvin.
This is going to piss him off, and it's going to make him laugh at the same time. You never answered my other one. I think I know which way you're going to go, but I want to see which. I want to hear it. Moose or Roger Craig?
I'm gonna stay a little to the Moose.
Stay
Roger
low
Craig
to-
is a Roger Craig is a.
You know what?
great-
I wouldn't. Listen, I wouldn't blame you either. I
Roger
wouldn't
Craig
blame you either
is
because you
great.
know I love Daryl Johnston.
Right.
You know I love the Moose. All right, here's an ultimate what if for you. Michael Irvin or Jerry Rice?
Again, that's not fair. I gotta go with Rice though. Rice is Mr. Wide Receiver for a reason. As much as I love Michael Irvin, I think he was a very close second. You got to go with Jerry Rice.
Let me throw one at Shane.
Oh God.
Larry Bird or Kevin McHale?
Bird.
Bird.
Easy. Give me Larry Joe any day of the week.
I'm a bird.
Let me throw one. Let me throw one for the droid. Let me throw one for the droid. And I'm going to make Victor smile when I say these two names.
Okay.
God dang fly. Get out of here. No. Check that.
Don't say Dominic Hasek.
I'm not. I just thought about it before I spat the name out. I'm going to change that. Grant Fuhrer or Eddie Belfour?
Eddie Belfour.
Eddie Belfour or Patrick Waugh?
Patty Waugh. You got to count those rings for something.
This is an easy one. Patrick Waugh or Carter Verhaeghe?
Patrick Waugh.
Told you it was an easy one.
Comparing goalies to forwards is just fucking ridiculous.
Wrong.
I know. Okay. This is the last one I'm going to throw. The last time I'm going to throw Shane under a semi, and I'm going to make everybody laugh at the same time. And I think Dog knows what's coming. Patrick Waugh or Tuukka Rask?
Patrick Waugh.
Bitch, please.
Back to you.
Patrick Waugh didn't throw in the finals, so.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It is when you do it yourself, Shane.
Okay. All right, let's get serious for a couple of minutes here. I already threw the ultimate one at Victor, Michael Irvin, or Jerry Rice. So I'm gonna have a little fun here. Jerry Rice or John Taylor?
I'm going with Rice.
Yeah, I'd lean that way too.
Making a man think. I like it.
All right. Speaking of thinking, let me think. Okay. I got another one. I got another one, and it goes like this for everybody: Dan Marino or Jim Kelly?
Dan Marino.
Dan the Man Marino.
Yeah,
he led every quarterback category for the Dolphins before he retired, and Jim Kelly choked twice.
All right, Dan Marino or Joe Montana?
Joe Montana. Come on.
No contest.
And
Give me
this
Joe
is
on.
one. And for the last one, before we get out of here, this is one that people, my wife included, threw at me: Joe Montana or Steve Young?
Montana.
And I haven't answered that one yet because I love them both.
I'm gonna say Montana.
Montana? Okay.
Flip a coin wherever it lands. Take the opposite.
Yes. Okay, here you go, y'all. Montana or excuse me, no. I went the wrong way. Sorry. Magic Johnson or John Stockton?
Magic.
John Stockton.
I'm taking
I love Stockton too much. And anybody who tries to do some racist shit, oh, I'm about to throw hands. They'd be like, "Oh, you picking John Stockton because he's white? Fuck you!"
Don't throw any hands. Don't throw any hands. Just let your logic speak. All right, this is truly the last one. This is truly the last one. Hakeem Olajuwon or David Robinson?
Olajuwon.
Give me Hakeem just because he had a better jump shot.
I'll give you that. Victor?
I gotta go with Robinson.
I'm going with Hakeem Olajuwon. Now we're getting out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope you all are too. And I'll finally answer the question: Joe Montana slightly over Steve Young. We're out of here. See you tomorrow. By the way, Joel Embiid, you softer than Bron Joy Juice. Bye.